We're going to enter a war zone and venture into the world of Transformers and have a very close study of the Kreo construction set Sentinel Prime. I'm asking the LEGO community to look carefully here as I investigate this very good brick building toy, which has loads of good things going for it. The big question attached to this video is Kreo as good as LEGO? I'm sure you'll have plenty to say once you watch this review. I can assure you I've got no commercial connection to the companies you will see in this video, being Kreo, Lego and Mega Bloks. You know, it's funny, I've been asked many times over to review Transformer toys. Finding this Kreo set gives me a chance to make some of my viewers very happy, and also answer some queries about Kreo. This set contains 386 pieces, it has 4 Crayons, this is Kreo's version of Lego minifigures, and I can either create Sentinel Prime, or rebuild the set into vehicle mode and make a fire engine. For me, this manual transformation takes about 1 hour and 20 minutes. This Kreo set is made in Korea and China and is a product line of the US company Hasbro. Wikipedia tells me the word Kreo comes from the Latin word Kreo, which means I create. I paid $79 and in this price is a 10% government tax. But I'm finding out these sets only cost around $40 in the USA. This price difference seems to be the same stunt that LEGO pulls on worldwide pricing. Can someone please explain to me this massive price difference? Let's look inside the box and we're presented with 50% of void. This box is 12 inches, that's 300mm wide, and there's 6 inches of bloat. Once we spill the blocks from this box, there are 5 bulk bags, but unlike a LEGO build, there are no numbers on the bag. It's up to you to sort your bricks out before you start assembling the model. Little Crayons have got their own bags. There's a build book and also a decal sheet. The build book is very well laid out and well planned. It tells me that this set has a 5 block rating of difficulty, and 5 being the most difficult. As I peruse the book, it's clear each step of the build only has you adding a few bricks. There's a real feel of LEGO here, but also a little bit of Mega Bloks as well. So let's look at how LEGO, Kreo and Mega Bloks would show a simple process in building the front bumper of a fire engine. Kreo uses a small blue box which shows you the parts required, then a sub-assembly and the final picture with the parts added to the model, but there's no use of arrows here. Mega Bloks has this process mixed up with other areas of the build, so it has you hunting for a lot of blocks in each step. Lines and colours are used to indicate the joining areas. LEGO shows a sub-assembly line of tasks in a flowchart style and arrows to indicate where the parts connect. Notice here, there's no listing of the bricks required for the task. So there's 3 different ways to illustrate the same task. Kreo is like a mix of Lego and Mega Bloks build books. From the 2 builds that this set's capable of doing, I built Sentinel Prime first, and there's a pile of bricks which are not used in this build. This is a very impressive design. There's not a bad angle when looking over this model. Kreo are not afraid of showing the underside of a brick as an exterior finish. I dare say in this model, it gives him a much more textured feel. Kreo has excellent keying ability between bricks. You can play and manipulate this toy without it falling apart in your hands. The ball and sockets used on joints allow for loads of movement and are stiff enough to set a pose, but not over stiff to limit fighting play between other Transformers and simulate damage. This set really has a feel there's been loads of thought put into it, but does have me thinking which side of this build is the priority in design here. Is it Sentinel Prime, or is it the fire engine? There's a flick missile feature as well, and I was able to knock out my old mate the Hamburglar. And standing between 2 LEGO models you may be familiar with, you can just see how large Sentinel Prime looms. So I guess you're all wondering, how well would this model withstand a 2-meter drop onto cold hard concrete? Surely this will be a test to see if Sentinel Prime is as strong as he looks. In these drop tests there are some Crayons hitching a ride with Sentinel Prime. As I said before, the fall is 2 meters, that's 6.5 feet. Between each drop the whole model is checked and all the bricks are pressed firmly together again. In previous drop tests, I've seen models literally explode on impact. Sentinel Prime is showing some amazing skills in keeping it all together. I can report to you there were no major rebuilds required between the drops, and none of the brick pieces showed signs of distress or damage. In a side-by-side comparison of Lego brick to Kreo brick, essentially they are identical apart from the way Kreo uses a dimple to identify their bricks. Now let's move on to this set, built in vehicle mode. And what we have is a large and very impressive fire engine. Again, there are bricks not used in this side of the build. If you're a fire engine fanatic like me, this design is going to win you over. It also ties in with the transformation of this gigantic franchise in its massively popular film, Dark Side of the Moon. Just like the attention to detail seen in the film, this fire engine has loads of playing ability via the many removable and moving parts. There's also substantial interior detailing. Like Sentinel Prime, there's really not a bad angle on this fire engine. The attention to detail here is very impressive. It's now starting to hit me just how good both models are in this set. Because of the scale of this build, there are details here that Lego and Mega Bloks can't display in their standard size fire engines. Maybe it's unfair even trying to compare this to the other brick companies' designs. And as always, I'm sure the audience will have plenty to say on this subject. It's only once you see the Kreo fire engine directly compared to Lego and Mega Bloks, you start to see the big fish in the pond. It really makes Lego and Mega Bloks look like toys. Weighing in at a staggering 404 grams, that's just over 14 pounds, this weight is more than the combined weights of the Lego and Mega Bloks fire engines. So how's this massive weight going to contend with kissing the concrete? It's important to look very carefully at this footage. Are we seeing total destruction of the model? And keep in mind, this is no featherweight. I certainly want you to tell me your thoughts here. I could certainly see the same areas failing in each test, but the core of the model withstood the impact. And seeing this tells me the Kreo blocks have excellent bonding between them. As always, the front cab drop is the bone shaker. I've seen other models literally explode in this test. And as a reminder, let's have a look at the Lego fire engine being dropped cab first. And as I already know, this model has an excellent design and its core is not compromised in the drop. Let's move on to something many people tell me I should put at the very beginning of my video. But as you can see, I don't do it like the others. Kre-o has a version of minifigures and they are called Crayons. These little guys are possibly the highlight of this set. Let's look at the comparison between Lego and Mega Bloks again. Crayons are the same size and display details which are equal to the other brands. The Fire Chief comes with a swag of tools, but Kre-o, I can't see that red axe on the box in here. One of the major differences for Crayon is the articulation of arms and legs. There's far more scope to pose your figures because of this feature. I'm sure Lego fans will detail their minifigures are design classics and icons in the toy industry. But to be honest, they are starting to show their age. These Crayons are the new kids on the block. The Transformer Crayons are Sentinel Prime, Soundwave and Thundercracker. All of these are very well designed and have excellent detailing. When my daughter first laid eyes on these little Crayons, she latched straight onto them and loved them. And as I've found out in the past, she's a fantastic litmus test to what's very cool in the toy world. I'm really sorry this video has become a long one, but this is a complex toy to show in review. You can't help but make comparisons to the leading brick toy company, which is Lego. The scary part is, this is so close to Lego quality, it's not funny. As always, the audience will have the final say here. I'm sure there'll be plenty of people who'll be voicing their opinions after watching this review. And please let me know if you feel I've been fair to all brick companies represented in this video. So on that thought, here is a challenge. Can you identify all 4 bricks here? I'll give you a clue. 3 of them come from established brands, and 1 of them is a no-name brick. This question will be an integral part of my next massive Lego contest. Hope this video has given you a great insight into a new brand that you may see on the shelves when you're hunting around for toys. Thank you for watching.